Hello again for another installment of Whiskey Reviews. I'm your host, Spirit Singh. Now today, I have a cousin in Canada, and he was raving a lot about how the Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye is the best whiskey in the world. Jim Murray apparently, and some other reviewers, gave it a best rye whiskey in the world accreditation, and we'll find out how good it really is. I don't drink Crown or blended whiskeys, so I bought the little one. It's like 375 ml, something like that. 325. Be nice if they wrote it somewhere and I could find it easily. In any case, it's a tiny little bottle. It's like your 750 except half of that. Was it 375? Yeah, 375. Looks pretty similar. And what you'll see is on the left here, my left, your right, Crown Apple. So while I was getting this, the store attendant that was there said, "Man, you gotta try Crown Sour Apple." Or, no, it's not sour. Regal Apple. So sure, I don't drink flavored whiskeys. I really don't drink Crown. But as you can clearly see, which one I've drank the most. So you may already have an idea where this is headed. My review strategy is the same. I pour a little bit, leave it in the freezer, 15 minutes, I think 5 minutes today. 15-20 minutes. This one got a little bit longer because in any case, I thought I was going to do that one, and this one had a little longer to sit in the freezer. So, Crown Royal. Let's read a little bit about it. 90% rye whiskey, so what is that, 90 proof, 45%? 45% by alcohol, so your standard. So 90% rye mash whiskey. Our Canadian rye grain creates a deliciously balanced whiskey, extraordinarily smooth with hints of fruit, cloves, and spice. I might like it for drink responsibly. That's really it. Let's take a sip. Very hard to pick up anything on the nose. I'm not picking up anything. I don't know what Jim Murray was picking up. Smells like blended whiskey. So on the nose, doesn't smell like much. There's nothing that stands out. It smells just like an ordinary whiskey. Let's take a sip. It's different. On the palate, it's different than your Crown. Ooh, punchy. Fighter. So let's compare it to a standard Crown Royal. Standard Crown Royal, your Crown and Coke, right? Takes you back to college days. I remember our times at Fuel. I recall the first time it opened up, they had dollar U-Collets. Not even sure if that exists anymore, but sure enough, I ordered my Crown and Coke because that's what we did in college. We drank Crown and Coke. And since then, I don't think I've had much of Crown until this guy, who we're going to talk about in a bit. It's different. So your Crown Royal, very smooth, right? It's blended, takes all the edges off, just like a whiskey that's smooth. Another fun fact, or not fun fact, but something you can try with Crown is I use for you college people. If you want to go away from Coke, you can try vanilla Coke. Crown Royal and vanilla Coke was the bomb. I liked it. Actually, I have some vanilla Pepsi in the refrigerator, which I may try on this. Maybe that later. Maybe we'll see. I mean, it's very light. There's nothing that stands out. You know, on the smell, on the palate. It's the finish is punchy. Like I said, it's very rough. It's kind of like a Crown Royal going in, and then it has a punch. I don't know how this is a blended whiskey. It has more of a single malt kind of character. Not, you know, finish kind of has a flavor to it, but not good at all. Take another sip because this is Jim Murray. I'm kind of surprised. His recommendations are usually, you know, good. There's that hint of cinnamon. So, a little spicy. Okay, I see where they're going with this. So they're going for that cinnamony, spicy, rye bread flavor, and honestly, it's okay. There's nothing special about it. For cinnamon, like I said, mentioned in my earlier post, I'd go with I forgot the name now. The spiced pear liqueur. Definitely go with the spiced pear liqueur that has your cloves, your cinnamon, tons of fruit in there. It's really good. This one is very light. I don't know where to put it. So since I'm out of words, I'm going to compare it to this sour apple or Crown Apple. This was recommended by a store attendant. I didn't want to drink an apple flavored whiskey. Sounds weird. But smells like an apple. Smells like a green apple. It just smells really good. It's where this one smells like meh, nothing to it. This one smells like a fresh green tart apple. And very strong. Sweetness. Tanginess. Floral, like a fruit basket. Lots of stuff going on in this one. It's the smoothness of a Crown Royal with a I don't want to say hint, with a very strong apple character to it. This is something you could try my method, leave it in the freezer. It gets very thick if you leave it in the freezer. It's almost like syrup, and you could sip on this. Just winter comes around, you want to try something. You got your cinnamon type of liqueurs, your liquors. You want to mix stuff with, say, Fireball. I got some pumpkin spice I picked up for Thanksgiving liqueur. Picked up some horchata. I picked up a couple other things. Fireball, as I mentioned earlier. Picked up an apple pie liqueur. Very good, very delicious. But honestly, my go-to drink when I'm sitting and not singing Christmas carols, I don't sing, is this right here. So, went in to buy this. Glad I didn't buy a big bottle. It's different. It has character to it. So for this, my rating, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed at all. Take another swig, see if I won't improve. It's just flat. It's just flat. Nothing sticks around. Slow burn at the end. It's like drinking water that has a burn at the end. Cinnamon. Some ginger root maybe. Nothing special. I'd give it a 80. I don't think it deserves any better. But this, however, Crown Apple, yeah, it's flavored. Yes, enthusiast, flavored, don't like it. But honestly, gonna kill myself if I do this, but it's just I have to do it. I wish I had a little bit more. I want to give it the highest yet that I've given, which is a 92 I had given to Angel's Envy. This is, for some reason, I like it better than Angel's Envy. 93. So, 80, Crown Rye, 80 points. Something I didn't go to buy, Crown Apple, 93. That concludes today's 7th review. Until tomorrow, so this will also act as my, because I missed a day previously, 2-in-1 day review. Until tomorrow, we'll review something else. Bye-bye.